Hi Tappers! I am getting so excited because it's nearly time where we open enrollment for certification. I would like to share with you some of the things that I personally got from certification that are personal benefits for my life and quality of living. Now, EFT Universe is known for having a high-level professional certification due to the clinical standards that we uphold, and that's what we mostly talk about. But today, I want to share with you other benefits that I have received from becoming clinically certified. Now, I've shared my story before, but in case you haven't heard it, I wanted to quickly just recap it. I have a history of being abused, being overwhelmed, and neglected, and that started as best as I can gauge it about a year old. There were multiple accounts, multiple offenders, and I didn't have proper support or understanding of processing, so I experienced compounded trauma year after year. Now, I adapted by living an internal nightmare constantly while knowing how to play it cool externally, and I thought that was my life sentence. I determined that bad things had happened and now I was broken. The end. Before EFT, I was introduced to other calming techniques that were effective in managing symptoms, and then I thought that was as good as it gets. In the certification program, I learned for the first time ever what trauma really is, why it does what it does to the brain, and that I had the flexibility and empowerment to change everything. It was life-changing to be told in a very grounded, scientific way that I was not broken and I could heal. Even then, you guys, I had no idea what that would look like or feel like. I wasn't prepared for the amount of joy that existed outside of constant fear. I couldn't comprehend what it would actually feel like to know self-love and self-acceptance. And all of these benefits came in layers with consistent effort, but I was also having something else that I'd never experienced: consistent success. I went from seeing and feeling blocks in every aspect in my life to feeling and knowing that I was empowered to do something about it that would actually help. I went from having such a mean inner voice that I would avoid looking in the mirror to escape the barrage of cruelty that my head dealt to me when I looked into my own eyes in the mirror. I went from that to looking in the mirror and smiling. I went from feeling like I constantly needed to people please to earn my space that my body took up and adjust myself to be whatever anyone around me wanted me to be, to discovering who I am and finding people who really love and accept and enjoy who this is. I have been empowered to know how to find answers and pathways when I'm presented with something that I don't have an answer for, even if it's overwhelming. I have a solid, concrete offering for all of my loved ones when I see them suffering in a way that I know that my knowledge from certification can relieve. I have applied this to my daughter since she was 2 years old, and it has more than once alleviated some big pain points for her that otherwise would have haunted both of us for years. I have hundreds of stories from other people who have expressed how tapping was and is life-changing, even from one session with me. Now, I acknowledge the work that they did and that the process itself gives, but I got to be a part of that moment. I've had people tell me that tapping has literally saved their life. In 1 year, I went from believing I was nothing but a conglomerate of my traumatic remains and managing my suffering to giving myself permission to glow and be the person that I so desperately wanted to be, that I felt was buried somewhere hidden inside of my heart. Yes, certification will prepare you for a professional clinical practice should you want it. But this and more are a part of how that happens. And the cost of it is about the same as going to therapy once a week. So if you see it as prepaying therapy for a year and you get this sort of outcome, plus valuable professional skills if you ever want to engage in having an EFT practice, yeah, this is why I get so excited about certification. because I know that the people who become our next students are about to have the most incredible, transformative year likely of their entire lives. So if any of this seems to you, I highly suggest that you do it. It is rare to find something this transformative with this much support from a strong community of good people. If you are seriously considering enrolling this October, please schedule a call with me. We'll have a one-on-one talk and go more in depth. Go to our website, EFTUniverse.com, for more information on how to schedule that call.